Oh, that was an experience. I do like this music. Before we begin, I'd just like to disclose I did receive a free Steam key of this game for my review. So, what is Stuffed? Well, according to the Steam page that you've probably looked at before reviewing this, well, at least I like to think you would have done so, it says Stuffed is a procedurally generated horde first-person shooter that takes place in dreams of a little girl. Play as a teddy bear and fight waves of nightmares to defend your owner. Play solo or join friends with up to 4 players. Personally, I've not tried the co-op, I've only played the single player of this game. And what does it mean to me? Well, when I played it, I thought of it as what it's basically is a randomly generated map built off a collection of pieces. And I think of it as almost like a tower defense game. You're trying to defend your tower. In this case, with the little girl, you're playing as a little teddy. You get a little arsenal of weapons, and you go from there. The enemies are semi-diverse. And they do get quite terrifying in some respects, but it is a very peculiar game. I mean, in its own right, I did enjoy it on my particular run through of the game, but I didn't actually get that far. But in the time that I did spend, you can essentially use your points from defeating the enemies to open doors and change the layout of the game. It can also pick up other weapons. See, in most of it, you'll see me changing up to a rocket launcher, for example, made from a Coca-Cola can. These are definitely it's quite quirky. It's quite a quirky game indeed. I did enjoy it. It does feel less refined than I was hoping for. I'll give you that. But for a lower budget end game, you know what? It's a bit of fun. But in saying that, I feel like it could have been better if I'd had some buddies. I was playing it on my own. I think that was probably more of a letdown. But as it gets harder and harder and harder, you really could do with your pals there to help you out. I really can't say much more about it other than the fact that it definitely is a little bit quirky, a little bit different. But at the same time, I can't see me playing it too often. Again, I will come back to it, I'm absolutely certain of that, but I just won't be playing it as much as I'd expect. It wasn't quite as fun as I was expecting, but it is crazy, and I keep throwing the word quirky around, but there we go. So, you've got some different options. Here you've got the option to freeze the enemy. These are little perks. They're dropped off by enemies as they go around. You can also go to a little station and up your little statistics for when the enemies attack. You can basically hold more ammo. Things like that. It's the sort of standard bill you would expect, but it just feels a little bit strange. Anyway, if you've enjoyed what you've seen on screen so far, then maybe it's something you want to give a go. At just over 10 quid, it'd just be worth bearing in mind that it might not be that top tier game you were expecting. But at the same time, I don't own any more games of this sort of style, and I did enjoy it. But just curb your expectations, I think, is the best bet. Regardless, if you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, feel free to drop in a like and a subscribe. Otherwise, till next time.